Hello and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. Indian Defence Account Service probationers called on President Draupadi Murmu on Wednesday at Rashtrapati Bhavan, where she emphasized understanding armed forces' unique challenges, hardships and operational realities. In a historic Christmas Eve mission, the Indian Space Research Organization's heaviest rocket, LV-M3-M6, successfully placed a US communication satellite into the lower orbit on Wednesday. ISRO's chairman V. Narayan expressed his happiness, saying that LV-M3-M6 Bahubali rocket has successfully placed the Bluebird Block 2 satellite into the intended orbit. He also congratulated the New Space India and AST Space Mobile on the achievement. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan congratulated ISRO on the successful LV-M3-M6 launch of the US Bluebird Block 2 satellite, the heaviest ever from India, praising enhanced space leadership and a step towards self-reliant India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also congratulated space scientists and engineers for successful launch of LV-M3-M6, stating that it marks a proud milestone in India's space journey. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to visit Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh on the 25th of December on the occasion of 101st birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The Prime Minister's office has on social media posted that GST 2.0 reforms have boosted India's economy amid global woes. October collections hit 1.96 trillion rupees, prompting RBI's upward financial year 26 GDP forecast to 7.3%. Further, the PMO posted that Reserve Bank of India highlights 2025's global trade shifts necessitate economic reforms to maintain India's high growth path, noting buoyant equity markets from big tech optimism. The PM's office has also posted Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan's article that explains how VBG Ramji Act treats income support, assets creation, agricultural stability as continuum after extensive consultations with states and stakeholders. Union Home Minister Amit Shah arrived in Panchkula to oversee the passing out parade of 5,061 newly trained police personnel, including 870 women recruits. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal posted on social media highlighting that under PM Narendra Modi's leadership, India signed CETA with UK, CEPA with Oman, concluded FTA with New Zealand, achieving record exports and boosting global ties. Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu has announced India's re-election to the International Civil Aviation Organization Council with a top mandate, crediting Prime Minister Modi's leadership for global recognition. India's civil aviation sector is set to see new entrants, with Shankh Air, Al Hind Air and Fly Express receiving no objection certificates from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, clearing their way to begin operations. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam Green Initiative, a symbolic Ashok sapling was planted at Russian Center of Science and Culture in New Delhi. Dr. Alina Remizova, head of Rosotrudnishitstvo in India and the director of Russia House, jointly planted the sapling with New Delhi Municipal Council Vice Chairperson Kuljit Singh Chahal. India has successfully conducted user evaluation trials of the Akash next generation called Akash NG air defense missile system, paving the way for its induction into the Indian Armed Forces. Akash NG missile system developed by DRDO and produced by Bharat Dynamics Limited has successfully intercepted high-speed, low-altitude targets in Odisha trials, enhancing India's indigenous defense capabilities. Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has accused Congress and opposition parties of spreading misinformation and misinterpreting Supreme Court's Aravali Hills verdict for political gains, asserting citizens will reject such propaganda. To curb pollution, the Commission for Air Quality Management issued show-cause notices to 6 thermal power plants near Delhi for violating biomass co-firing norms. December the 24th marks National Consumer Rights Day in India. The day emphasizes consumer rights and highlights awareness as essential for protection against exploitation. The Delhi High Court on Tuesday dismissed the pleas of two sons of Hizbul Mujahideen chief Sayyid Salahuddin and others challenging framing of charges against them in different terror funding cases. In business, the Indian indices ended in red on Wednesday. At close, the Sensex was down 116.14 points to close at 85,408.7. Nifty was down 35.05 points to close at 26,142.1. Indian rupee ended lower at 89.78 per dollar on Wednesday against its previous close of 89.66. Global oil prices held steady on Wednesday with Brent crude around $62 per barrel and West Texas Intermediate near $58. Global gold prices surged to around $4,490 per ounce on Wednesday, up over 70% year to date. Global silver prices rose slightly to around $72.4 per ounce, marking a fresh all-time high. Cryptocurrency prices fell on Wednesday with Bitcoin dipping below $88,000 to around $87,500. Ethereum nears $3,000 amid broad pullback, tax loss selling and pre-holiday caution. Asian stocks rose modestly with Morgan Stanley Capital International Asia Pacific Index up 0.3%, Nikkei gaining 0.4%, driven by technology shares amid strong US growth data and year-end AI optimism. European stocks traded quietly in low-volume sessions on Wednesday with many markets closing early or fully for Christmas Eve. Bangladesh's National Citizen Party has said it supports restoring the civic and political rights of ordinary Awami League supporters who were not involved in mass killings during the July uprising. NCP convener Nahid Islam stated that while supporting a fascist party may be morally wrong, collective punishment is unjust, advocating restoration of rights for ordinary Awami League supporters uninvolved in crimes. Influential United States lawmakers have urged Bangladesh's interim government to ensure free, fair, inclusive February elections, warning against banning entire political parties that could defranchise many voters. And Ukraine won some concessions in the latest version of US-led draft plan to end the Russian invasion, as revealed by President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday. The 20-point plan agreed on by US and Ukrainian negotiators is being reviewed by Moscow. However, Kremlin is unlikely to abandon its hardline territorial demands for full Ukrainian withdrawal from the east. Ukrainian President Zelensky presented his revised 20-point peace plan in a media briefing, proposing de facto recognition of current troop lines in occupied Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporozhye and Kherson region. 3 people, including 2 police officers, were killed in a bomb explosion on Giletskaya Street in Russia on Wednesday, near the site of a recent high-ranking general's killing. As per the Russian Defense Ministry, several regions including Moscow came under Ukrainian drone attacks overnight as air defense systems destroyed 172 Ukrainian fixed-wing drones over Russian regions overnight. In an update from the US-Venezuela conflict, Venezuela's parliament has approved a law criminalizing activities disrupting navigation and commerce, including oil tanker seizures. While the US has declared at United Nations that it will impose and enforce sanctions to maximum extent to deprive Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro of resources amid escalating tensions backed by Russia and China. The US Justice Department says a letter linking Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein is fake. The FBI found the handwriting did not match Epstein's and the letter was mailed after his death. Military officials from Thailand and Cambodia began bilateral ceasefire talks on Wednesday, following a period of intense border clashes that reignited on 7th December. Cambodia accused Thai forces of continued artillery fire along the border, a claim Thailand has rejected. Bangkok said talks will go ahead in Thailand's Chanthaburi province, despite Cambodia seeking a neutral venue. Protests turned tense in Bolivia's administrative capital, La Paz, as workers clashed with the police. Demonstrators opposed a government move to scrap fuel subsidies that raised transport and food prices. In response, police fired tear gas to stop protesters near government buildings. Authorities reported injuries and detention. Australia's New South Wales has passed new laws capping gun ownership and allowing temporary protest bans. The move follows a deadly mass shooting at Hanukkah event in Bondi that killed 15 people. An earthquake with a magnitude of 6.1 struck Taiwan's southeastern coastal county of Taitung on Wednesday. The quake had a depth of 11.9 kilometers. An explosion hit a nursing home in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. 2 people were killed and 5 are missing. Police and firefighters rushed to the scene as rescue operations continue. France's Louvre Museum has installed metal bars on Apollo Gallery windows after a daylight jewel theft. Officials say emergency security measures are underway with more upgrades planned sooner. Pope Leo XIV called for a global Christmas truce, urging dialogue over conflict. He expressed concerns after Russia reportedly rejected the appeal. Time to take a quick and short break. We'll be right back.
Can the US launch a bombing campaign against Iran? The Philippines vessel suffered structural damage. The saga of child sexual abuse is the United States China's debt trap strategy. Truth is stranger than fiction. But sometimes hard to uncover. Trust us to tell the truth, unadulterated and pure, of every story that matters to you.
Save your country.
We read between the lines, cut the clutter, and connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots at these times with me, only on DD.
Welcome back. Let's continue. The market square of Soumia in southern France was flooded after the Vidula River overflowed. Water levels reached over a meter in the morning, damaging homes and businesses. Meteo France issued an orange flood alert for Evian and a red alert for Hérault. Heavy rains and repeated rises of the Vidula River caused the flooding. Authorities warned the residents to remain cautious amid ongoing water risk. A strong cold front has brought heavy snow and freezing temperatures across northern China, disrupting transportation. Liaoning temperatures may drop to minus 26 degrees Celsius. China's Liaoning activated a level 3 yellow snow emergency in Shenyang. Over 2,100 snow removal vehicles and 14,000 workers were deployed to clear the roads. Shaanxi and Gansu provinces also issued icy road warnings and closed several highways. Unusual snowfall hit the Talkiman Desert in Xinjiang, covering roads with snow. Golden sand turned to white ridges, impacting travel and requiring snow clearing operations. IMD has issued an orange alert for very dense fog over UP, Haryana, Chandigarh, Bihar and Punjab for the next 3 to 4 days. Dense fog may occur in isolated pockets of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Odisha till the 28th of December. Also, sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Jharkhand may see reduced visibility till 25th of December. Chilai Kalan, the harshest 40-day phase of winter in Kashmir has begun. On Wednesday, Srinagar saw some relief as night temperatures rose slightly above normal, reaching 3 degrees Celsius. Tourists in Srinagar are enjoying the milder weather conditions, though many await snowfall. The onset of Chilai Kalan has ended a dry spell of over 2 months. The air quality in Delhi NCR is in the very poor category, with AQI recorded at 380 early Thursday morning, according to the Central Pollution Control Board. Amazon's first robot-powered site in France is running at full capacity ahead of Christmas, processing up to 1 million parcels daily with employees and robots working together. Workers at the Grand Egyptian Museum began assembling King Khufu's second boat, restoring 1,650 pieces in a joint Egyptian-Japanese project. The 42-meter-long reconstruction of King Khufu's second port, a project expected to take 3 to 5 years, lets the visitors watch the process and is hailed as a major 21st century restoration project. A Lebanese artist in Rimhala village has turned war shrapnel into artwork at the Shazaya Museum, displayed indoors and outdoors, including a cave gallery and metal tree house, and praised by the visitors. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum's New York Times style icon recognition spotlights Zapotec artisan Claudia Vesquiez, whose dress brought global fame and helps preserve indigenous embroidery. Christmas cheer filled a Tokyo aquarium as a Santa Claus diver swam with penguins to feed them, delighting visitors during the aquarium's annual festive tradition. High above Bogota, Colombia, mountains glow with its 2025 Christmas display. Lights of the World, inspired by 11 countries, opens until the 12th of January next year. Bangkok glows with festive cheer as crowds flock to downtown shopping districts to see elaborate Christmas displays featuring artificial snow, lights and massive trees. Crowds flock to Oxford Circus, London, as last-minute Christmas shoppers fill the streets in festive lights, focusing on gifts for family and friends. Santa Claus has begun his annual gift delivery journey from Lapland, Finland. His route takes him around the world using different time zones to maximize his travel time. As Christmas nears Delhi, Prayagraj, Saharanpur and Mizoram sparkle with decorated churches, markets, carols and candlelight services celebrating the spirit of love and goodwill. Jammu celebrated Christmas with a vibrant procession bringing biblical scenes to life, marking the start of the city's festive season and drawing both devotees and passerbys. The world-famous Dhanu Yatra, an 11-day open-air theatre festival depicting Lord Krishna and Kans, has begun in Odisha, turning the town into a vibrant living stage of mythology. IIT Delhi researchers have developed AILA, an AI lab assistant that performs experiments like a human by converting simple English instructions into code. Vince Zampella, co-creator of the Call of Duty video game series, died in a car crash in California at the age of 55. He was traveling in a Ferrari when it crashed and caught fire on a Los Angeles highway on Sunday. Marvel on Tuesday released the first teaser of Avengers Doomsday, confirming Chris Evans' return as Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America, ending with Steve Rogers will return. Avengers Doomsday, directed by Russo brothers, will release on the 18th of December next year, featuring Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom and returning Avengers and X-Men stars. The hit Hollywood science fiction horror series Stranger Things returns on OTT with 3 new episodes from its 5th and final season, premiering in the US on Christmas Day and in other regions, including India. The 17th Bengaluru International Film Festival will run from 29th till the 6th of February in Bengaluru, featuring the best award-winning films from India and abroad. Time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Against Iran, the Philippines vessel suffered structural damage. The saga of child sexual abuse is the United States China's debt trap strategy. Truth is stranger than fiction. But sometimes hard to uncover. Trust us to tell the truth, unadulterated and pure, of every story that matters to you.
Exactly what save your country.
You read between the lines, cut the clutter and connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots at these times with me, only on DD India.
Welcome back. Let's continue. Bahubali star Prabhas unveiled the Scriptcraft Short Film Festival, giving global filmmakers a platform. Films of 2 minutes and above will compete for 90 days with winners chosen by audience vote. Animal, the Bollywood action drama starring Ranbir Kapoor and directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, released in Japan on 13th of February. It will be released in the year 2026. Makers of Dhurandhar announced on Wednesday that Dhurandhar 2 will release on March the 19th next year. The first film has made a collection of 597 crore rupees, becoming a blockbuster. The sequel releases in 5 languages. The teaser of the upcoming pan-India film IST starring Rashmika Mandanna was released on Wednesday. It showcases her in a fierce, intense role in this emotional action thriller set in tribal lands. Actor Ali Fazal shared the first look of Kuttu Bhaiya from Mirzapur, the film based on the hit web series. The movie is currently being shot in Jaisalmer and is set for a 2026 theatrical release. In sports, Indian women's cricket team beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in second T20 to secure a 2-0 lead in 5-match series. Third T20 will take place on Friday in Thiruvananthapuram. The 14-year-old Indian batter Vaibhav Suryavanshi has become the youngest to score a century in men's one-day first-class cricket during Vijay Hazare Trophy match in Ranchi. Spinner Mitchell Santner will lead New Zealand squad in 5-match T20 series against India in January next year. Michael Bracewell has been appointed the captain for 3-match ODI in Santner's absence. England-based spearhead Jofra Archer was ruled out of the rest of the Ashes series with a side strain. England batter Ollie Pope was axed for the 4th test against Australia starting on Friday in Melbourne. Captain Ben Stokes said protecting England players' welfare was his top concern amid claims of excessive drinking during mid-Ashes beach break. In Africa Cup of Nations, defending champions Ivory Coast is set to face Mozambique in Marrakech on Wednesday. Over 127 teams across the country have applied to participate in second edition of All India Basketball Championship beginning in New Delhi. 2026 Winter Olympics flame reached Italian city of Naples in last stop of the relay before Christmas. Japan's ace golfer Masashi Ozaki passed away after a battle with cancer at the age of 78. His 113 worldwide victories were most by any player from Japan. American skiing star Lindsey Vonn will compete in her 5th Winter Olympics after she booked her spot on the US team for February Games in Italy. Real Madrid's Endrick has joined French side Lyon until the end of the season for a €1 million. Arsenal defeated Crystal Palace in penalty shootout to progress to the semi-finals of Carabao Cup. And Ashuri his double helped Tunisia ease to a 3-1 victory over Uganda in the opening game at the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and update will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.